First and foremost, as always, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
I want to give double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who taught us His truth and who teach the correct doctrine. And we want to give a sincere shalom to elect out there, teach His truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay, and we're in the middle of the downfall of the society. We know that these elites, they had the Davos summit earlier this week, and all the mainstream media. All the mainstream media, okay, was reporting on this. Okay, your man Schwab was on CNBC. He was on CNN. He was on Fox News. All right, so they're letting you people know that they're about to go right into their new world order, because the elites are quoted as saying that when they're no longer afraid of us, they're just going to come out in the open with their plans. Okay, we're past the point where we got to go on alternative news media to hear about this World Economic Forum, man. This WEF. Now they're at the forefront of Davos. You had all the big players there. You had Bill Gates. You had George Soros. Okay, you had the director for the FBI, the CEO for Moderna, CEO for Pfizer. Okay, and then the list goes on and on and on. You had the European Central Bank chairman, chairwoman. Okay, you had presidents, you had prime ministers there. You know, they're getting ready to show this new world order, man, and to transition into it. What did I ask you to get? Yeah, several prophets first. And then we'll go to Isaiah 29:16.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verses 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
It's like the Lord made the righteous, like the children of Israel. Okay, He made the children of the wicked. Which are these Edomites, man. All right, and these Amalekites, these elite level Edomites, man. Okay, because really we're not focused on you everyday Edomites anymore, man. You're persona non gratas, man. We're concerned with these elites.
They down here with us.
Mm-hmm. Y'all are just actors in the movie, man. But yeah, these elites, man, they have a real wicked mind, man. And they were created for this time, man. Okay? And the time is coming when they're going to show great wrath, because they know that they have but a short time. You know, they're not showing that they're afraid of anybody anymore, man. They're ready to lock people in digital cages and get them see it.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Mm-hmm. And their laws are very grievous, man. They were talking about that they need to get rid of privacy. Okay, what else were they talking about, man? There was so many clips.
They hate speech. They about to criminalize hate speech,
which is targeted at us. You know, hate speech, because that's one of the
disinformation.
Yeah, disinformation. You know, and if they have to, they'll just shut the whole damn internet off. You know, to get their goal.
It says to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Well, hey, I mean, you look at pop culture, man. You look at pop culture for Jake versus pop culture for everybody else. Pop culture for Jake was designed to destroy each other. Okay, and to keep you in the dark. To get you worshiping these idols, man. Okay? You got Jake with tats all over him. Okay, a different hairstyle for every day of the week. The women are totally out of order. You know, they boast about committing adultery, about committing witchcrafts. You got that in Isaiah 29:16.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verses 16. Surely the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Right. Well, hey, the scriptures also say that let favor be shown to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness, man. You got all these idiot Christians out there that think that we're going to change these people, we're going to get them to see good. You know? You got these people that think that we're going to change the world for better, man. Right. They're getting ready to give you that ooh, man, that digital ooh. You know?
That resignation of ownership.
That's right, man. They don't just want, I mean, they want to control every aspect of your life, man. They're talking about social credit systems where you're only going to be allowed to eat so much meat in your entire life. You know?
Own nothing and be happy.
Yeah, own nothing and be happy. That's the motto.
And they trying to set everybody to a certain limit of amount of money. Mm-hmm. And I believe they said a person can only have a certain amount of money in their account at a point in time. You know, you can't pass a certain limit. They will limit what you can have. Say example, they say you get $1,000 credit every month. They give it to you, but they won't allow your bank to go past 5,000. They won't allow your value to go past 5,000.
Yeah, and that's to keep people on the bottom and keep them at the top. Cause
they don't want nobody to grow.
They're pushing this. They're pushing this equality shit, man. Right? And they got Jake out here marching for equality, man. When really, they want you all to equally have fucking nothing. That's how stupid you people are, man. And pretty soon man, they're gonna start wiping down the population.
I just seen the World Economic Forum talking about that. He said they want to bring it down to bring the population down 50%.
They said we cannot solve the world's problems with all these people in the world. And they talk so cold, man. They act like killing billions of people ain't gonna do nothing to their conscience. You know, that's a real devil right there, man. That's somebody who has a mind that was created for destruction and nothing else.
Right.
You know?
Let's look at Isaiah chapter 29, verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Right, everything's upside down in this world, man. When wicked are in authority, people won. Okay? And they're crying to and the thing is, when you talk about Isaiah 30, you Jakes, you're crying to these devils instead of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. These devils are the ones that fucking made it like this, man. Slacking, brothers. I can't really talk today.
He made me not, or should the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
Right, you were framed to be that way. Just like in Jeremiah, I believe it's 18, where it gets into the potter and the clay. You know, one vessel was made unto honor, and the other one unto dishonor, man. Okay? You got people that want these Edomites to be fucking saved, man. Acting like they're gonna get Klaus Schwab to fucking repent. Right? Showing them the love of Jesus. You stupid ass Serapis Christian fucking Christus worshiping bastards, man. So stupid.
That's real quick. This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, that thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
His boundaries, man. You know, these devils, they want to grow babies in the womb, in a fucking factory. They want to do all this gene editing. They were talking about that at the conference too, that they're going to edit your genes to the point where you won't even be a person. You know, this is what kind of these people aren't just mad scientists; they're straight up maniacs, man.
And speaking on the boundaries, there's been a lot of proof and videos coming out showing Esau and Edom trying to break through the firmament, and it can't happen. And it also have more information coming out that the satellites that they put up in the air are not actually in outer space. It's in our atmosphere, rotating around the globe. It's not even past the firmament. And there ain't no people up in outer space and space stations because it's the firmament. They can't get through. The Lord won't allow them.
That's his bounds that he cannot pass. This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked.
Right, this is, and it says in Jeremiah 49, where you guys didn't think you were going to drink the cup, man. You guys thought you were abused from the cup. Oh, how could we possibly drink this cup? Look at the position we're in. Well, the Lord could switch that up just like that, man. You know, and there's examples in the scriptures of that. He brought down Persia just like that. He brought down Babylon, ancient Babylon, just like that, man. Their empires crumbled at a fast pace, man. The Lord even said enough with these fucking Romans, man. He totally obliterated their society, only to be left with architecture.
It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
And he's making them out there. He's putting them out there to the world, man. So everybody can see them. You know, you got a lot of people that aren't even Jakes that are speaking out against these devils, man. You know, I mean, we really don't care, but it is good to know that there's people that fucking don't like these fucking devils, man. You know, it's always better to have more friends than enemies, I guess. But these devils, they do nothing but create enemies, man. You got that prime minister in the UK, who was so-called illegally placed there. It's a Tajik. He don't even got a British accent, man. And he's sitting there telling people that they're exploring central bank digital currencies. Which exploring means that they already got it and they're just testing it.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 19. It says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. For the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land.
That's right. That when you go back to Ezekiel 35, where they talk about that perpetual hatred, man. You know, you devils aren't just going to have to fucking pay your price for what you did to the children of Israel over here in America, man. You got thousands of years of oppression against the children of Israel, man. Going back to the Greeks, the Romans. Okay, and the Lord hasn't forgotten none of that. You know? He hasn't forgotten none of that, because every time you put his people in captivity, man, you went overboard. And it talks about that in Isaiah 47. It says that the Lord is what polluted his, or that these devils have polluted the Lord's inheritance, man.
In Isaiah chapter 47, verse 6, I was wroth with my people. I had polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand.
Right, you gave them into your hand, man. Keep going.
Thou didst show them no mercy.
No mercy, man.
Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
Very heavily laid thy yoke, man, with all these burdens, man. You know, Jake's in a bad position right now, man. You know, and Esau's destroyed them mentally to where they can't even begin to figure out how to get out. The only way they know how to get out is destroy their fellow Israelite, man. And get up on him. You know? But that's what Esau wants, man. He wants to create this society where everybody's against each other, so he can just steamroll his new world order. And he's mainly concerned with 2 tribes.
And it's easier when everybody has a confused state of mind.
Divide and conquer.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 1 and verse 11. It says, Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof. Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
And that's still happening to this day, man. That's what it says forever. Okay? I mean, you got people in such a sad state, man.
And go and
how much worse can you do it?
All these summits and these different meetings that the elite are having is ultimately all against the house of Israel. You know, it's they want to make all things new, but on the wicked side. Like Yahweh Shai said, he's coming to make all things new, but that's going to be righteous. But these devils want to make all things new through wickedness. So their plans is to ultimately get rid of it, the nation of Israel, man. You know, and you Israelites that may be left, you know, you're gonna be completely down with their NWO, so to speak.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of y'all already are, man. We see C-hip food all the time, man. You know, you see Jake got his pants down to his knees in the middle of winter, and he's talking to himself, rapping, repeating the same songs over and over. That's called being put in a fucking trance. People like that are gonna line right up. You people that got multiple doses of the syrup, you're gonna walk right in line, man.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
That's right, and that's the attitude that they had at that Davos summit. They were up there talking like ain't nothing gonna disrupt our new world order. They were talking up there like they already had it won. You know, but the Lord is gonna bring it upon you to stand it against you when you're eating, man. Okay, He's gonna disrupt. He's gonna disappoint the devices of the crafty.
Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that Edomites love doing, man. They love naming things after themselves.
Did I bring up Jeremiah 49 yet?
No,
You got it.
even when you go to certain buildings and that, like they'll call it so and so Plaza, and it's always named after some kike or something.
Some old Caesar, George Washington
Washington Memorial.
Yeah.
Okay, that's part of calling them lands after their own names. They even have cities named after these devils, man. Okay.
This is Jeremiah 49 and 16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord.
That's right, man. You know, these devils are always looking for ways to colonize Mars or explore the cosmos. You know, they're always doing these bunkers, and they're always talking about how much better we could do if we just focused on one thing. You know, which is pretty much exploring space and that. You know, these devils have destroyed the earth. They're looking for other things to destroy.
Yeah, everywhere they go, they bring death. Remember, Apostle Gabar said that years ago. Everywhere you go, you bring death. You know, your way of life is death. Everything that you create is death. You can't name one good thing Esau has created, or one good thing that he's done for the earth to prosper. He's the walking vessel of dishonor.
He's trying to fucking ban all these different herbs, man.
And if it was something that he did, it's deceit behind it.
Yep. He's trying to ban shilajit, black sea oil, sea moss, and there's this fruit that I read about that these tribes in South America guard. You know, they guard it. He's even trying to invade that. And there's like this fruit that probably none of us have ever heard of. They say this shit will literally cure cancer. You need a couple pieces. You know, there's all kinds of things in the earth that we've probably never even heard of, but these devils know about when they try to destroy it.
Or them elites, they keep it for themselves. Because you don't hear about elites dying from bullshit, diseases, and sicknesses. Them niggas be living 7 heart transplants.
See, that's because they steal organs.
Yeah,
It's wickedness behind that. They fucking, you know, we ain't gonna get me on. We gotta be on YouTube, so. But yeah, they take, you know, body parts and all that. But they're gonna start dropping soon, and a lot of people are gonna escape into the bunkers. They're gonna be taken by the elect.
Oh, and they got this thing where they're saying to read all your ingredients and then you buy some, because they're starting to put something in there. I forgot the name of it, but it's called cochineal extract, COCHINEAL extract, which is basically cockroach guts, and they're putting it on all the fucking snacky cakes, the little Debbies, and all that shit, man.
And brothers, just a heads up, we should be reading the back of things we buy anyway. Like, you're not gonna buy certain drinks if it's got too many grams of sugar. You know, you might get a drink that's got less grams. You gotta watch out for the foods too. Like, Remember we used to buy meat, and then like you'll find out when you get home, you read the back of it, oh, it's got 100% beef, but it's got pork casing.
Or pork water. It's soaked in pork water.
So you gotta read the back of things that we buy, just to be safe, because we don't know.
And there's even things that a couple years ago didn't have any pork in it, but now, because of inflation, they put it in there to make it cheaper.
Hey, one thing, the Matador beef sticks we used to
Oh yeah.
that was beef. And now all of a sudden out of nowhere it was beef and pork.
I went back there and I whipped that shit at the fucking guy. I said, "What the fuck, man? You know I don't eat pork. You're trying to sell me this shit." He goes, "I didn't know that the ingredients changed."
I got a precept. This is Psalms chapter 64, verse 1. It says, "Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy."
Right. Well, hey, just to switch gears, man. That's really what we need to be focusing on. Is just receiving salvation, man. And the only way we're gonna get out of this mess is through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. These angels, man. That's really it. Okay, you could buy fucking 150 cans of whatever, you know. You can have a whole rack full of guns and ammo. And ain't none of that gonna matter. Eventually, you're gonna run out of bullets, and you can't just fucking shoot everybody. but how does that show faith? You're just gonna kill anybody in your sight, just to make sure that you cover your belongings, man.
It's not really logical.
It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity,
The secret counsel of the wicked, man.
who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words."
Bitter words, man. You know, yeah, just everything they speak is about oppression, man. We're gonna force people to do that. We gotta do this. We gotta force people to do that. We gotta ban gas stoves. We gotta ban this, ban that, ban the other shit. You know?
"That they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately.
Right.
They say, who shall see them?"
Right. And most of you people aren't gonna see them.
Because they're not watching. You know, that's why the scriptures say, watch as well as pray. You gotta watch.
Then you got the people that you could tell it to them 1,000 times, and they don't get it.
Yep. It says, "They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search."
And that's why, you know, when that time comes, man, anything that we've done online is going to be put out there.
It's all in the database. Everything you ever put on social media, everything you video you upload on YouTube, it's all in the database.
I mean, you got all these Edomites who dig up social media posts that people did fucking years ago and use it against them all the time to cancel them.
Yep.
How much more so us? You know, because we're standing up for the right way.
It says, "Both the inward thought and every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away."
Right, and you got to wonder, man, if you know their tongue, they shall cause their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Sometimes it seems like these devils let out a little bit too much info with their pride. Okay, that's why they've been trying to take out a lot of these top crypto guys, because a lot of these top crypto guys knew what these elites were up to, and they decided to start their own shit to compete against them. But eventually, you know, you're not going to compete against those agents.
Right.
You know, they're going to assassinate you in your sleep.
It says, "And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of Yahweh, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in the heart shall glory."
That's right. That's where we need to put our trust. If you want to get Psalm 18, that's where we need to put our trust, man.
Psalms chapter 58, verse 1. "Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart you work wickedness, ye weigh your violence, you weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb, they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies."
That is savage, man. You know, every everything he says, you can't believe him. You can't believe nothing he fucking says, man.
It says, never trust thine enemy. As iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Hey, these devils, man, they're always trying to pull chess moves on people. They call it a gambit. You know, you're trying to set someone up.
It says their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear.
His philosophy is not what poison. Okay? Given equality. These freaks. I don't even know what the fuck to call them anymore.
It's.
The it's.
It says, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Break their teeth, O Yahweh, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord. Let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be cut in pieces.
Right. Basically everything that these devils come out with, right, there's always somebody exposing their ass, man. First and foremost, you know, the prophets, all right? But you even have these alternative media stations, man. They're exposing these devils' plans, man. Every time they try and do something, there's always some information out there that kind of deflects it or slows down their agenda. But pretty soon, they're just going to say, you know what? We're just going to control all the information so that what we want is out there.
Yeah.
Like cable TV, man. You know, you subscribe to the cable channels, that's all you get is what they put on there. Ain't no choice.
That's right. I got one more verse and you can get that. Psalms 58:10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
Ooh.
You got it, bro.
All right. This is a quick precept right quick. I actually got two. The Psalm 71:3. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me.
Right, that's instructions, man. In the scriptures, there's all kinds of instructions, man. You know, if you want to make these people aren't making reading was it 2 Corinthians 6. Okay? These are the fruits of the Spirit. So you try to emulate that. Okay? You try to do the will of the Father.
Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. The name of the Lord is a strong tower.
A fortification, man. Fortress, like a base, a defense. Okay?
Because you can't trust in your weaponry. You can't trust in the sword. You can't trust in man. So you gotta trust in the Lord, man. That's the only defense we have in these latter times is the Lord. Nothing else is even worth attempting to trust in. Go ahead.
This will jump down to 7. I am as a wonder unto many, for thou art my strong refuge. But you know, we are gays and stuff. You know, we are wonder unto many. What the fuck these dudes talking about? These niggas bugged out.
We at the stages now where the word is out. You know? The word is out now.
It's working.
You know? And whoever looks at us a certain type of way, it really don't even matter. Because the word has reached the four corners of the earth. Everybody knows who the Israelites are. At this point, you're just being marked. You know? And I always say, if you look at us a certain way, we're going to look back at you a certain way. Because you Israelites that don't get this and you can't accept it, the Most High blocked you. There's something wrong with your spirit where the Most High don't want you to get it right now. You'll get it in the kingdom, but right now the Most High don't want you to have it.
Even you guys that refuse to accept what the NOTB is. At the end of the day, it's pride, man. Because you can't look at what they're doing and tell me that's not what they're going for. Yeah. You know.
And we're working towards a reward, man. And when you're working towards something, you don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna let nothing get in your way. You ain't gonna care who see you. You ain't gonna care at what. We working towards a crown of an incorruptible crown, man.
Fuck the haters, fuck the doubt.
You know, people in the world, you look at us however you want to. At the end of the day, when the Lord brings a famine, you ain't gonna eat, and if we're of the elect, we are gonna eat. You won't be protected, we will be protected. You know, like it says, we fools accounting his life madness. That's how they look at us. But fuck you, all right? Yeah, we've been doing this for too long. At this point, we righteously programmed to do this.
Ain't help.
If you want to be a nigga, be a nigga. Go ahead. But I'd rather stand for righteousness.
Yo, we couldn't even. We've been in this, so we couldn't be a nigga if we wanted to. It wouldn't even feel right.
Yeah, unless the Lord took the spirit off you. That's the only way. The Lord can take the spirit off you. And we've seen many examples of guys that you would think that would never, you know, to get the spirit taken off them. That's why you gotta just do the work and be humble. You know, what was the other precept?
Psalms 18.
Go ahead.
The Psalms 18. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, the servant of the Lord, who spake unto the Lord the words of this psalm in the day that the Lord delivered him from the hand of all his enemies and from the hand of Saul. And he said, I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer.
Well, hey, listen to the words of David, man. He was being hunted down. Okay?
Numerous times.
This is before he was royalty. He didn't have no power then, man. He didn't have no backup. His backup was something he couldn't see.
And that's similar to it's kind of similar to our situation if you look at it spiritual, because right now we don't really, the only power we have is his word. We don't have a military that can defend us. We don't have lots of money so we could go buy things to because scripture say money is a defense, right? We're really feeble in this world compared to what Esau has. But we have Yahweh Shemi Shai. That's all we need is our power. And that's why Esau tries to separate us from the Lord, because he knows that when Israel is connected with their power, we unstoppable, man. That's why we frown upon you niggas that, I got sticks at camp. You fucking idiot, man.
Sticks.
You want to have weapons and shit, that's to no avail. It's not going to help you at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you really just making Israel look bad. We don't move in a militant-like spirit to make it seem like we carnal.
And was it who was the guy who was running NFAC?
Oh,
Jam Master J.
Yeah.
I heard he's under investigation right now. I don't know the latest, but I know
He's been quiet.
Yeah, because the FBI's on that.
There's no prosperity in being carnal, man. It's all about being spiritual in these times.
And it was the Lord, ultimately, that delivered you up to Esau and had them feds target you. Because they could have targeted any group. You know?
They ain't snatched up Israelites how they snatched them up.
All right, you just gotta understand, we're not gonna win this war carnally. We're gonna win it spiritually, man. We need Yahweh Shai. We can't do shit without Yahweh Shai.
We're a small sanctuary, man. It's really us against the world, but in a spiritual sense. Let me get this scripture.
I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from mine enemies.
And that's what we want. We want deliverance from our enemies. Salvation from our enemies. Because you do have enemies as being an Israelite in this world. Your enemies are the ones that set the snares in you. Your enemies are the ones that's putting the water in plastic bottles. Your enemies are the ones that's putting all this shit in your foods.
The cochineal extract. And there's another word for it. They're putting crickets. Cricket juice. You know?
Now, would your friend do something like that? No, only an enemy.
Oh, there's something.
We'll poison you slowly.
There's something you brothers need to look up, man. It's called forced cannibalism. They're at the point where they're going to start putting people in the food. You know? I'm trying to use the proper terms. I want to get the flag.
Hey, remember that video came out about the people meat, and they was taking all them videos down. And that was real shit too.
Is there more in there?
Oh yeah. I will call upon the Lord. No. My strength in whom I will trust. my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower. I will call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from mine enemies.
Because that's the only power that we have is in the Lord. That's it. He's the only one that can deliver us from this hellhole. It tells us in the curses that no man was going to buy us. No man was going to redeem us from this shit, man.
Yeah, those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Okay, those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. And it's such a simple scripture, man. That's part of the beauty of these scriptures, man. They could be incredibly deep and complex, but yet they could be just so simple and straightforward, you know?
Just take a seat. Just wait. Just have patience. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about. The snares of death prevented me. In my distress, I called upon the Lord and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him even into his ears.
And that's what we have to do. We have to constantly pray. The scriptures say pray without ceasing. We have to constantly pray. You got to constantly repent too. You know, we should be repenting to the Lord constantly, because in this flesh, we're not perfect. So we got to constantly be repenting.
And you could follow any one of us around with a camera 24/7. You're going to see some shit, man. You know, we all sit, we all go off.
Yeah. You know, we ain't perfect, so you got to constantly repent, man. But you have to be examples into the flock. You know, when it comes down to this, you know, being a man, you got to be an example into the flock. You know?
This second.
It was still morning. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth, devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon a chariot, and did fly. Yeah, he did fly upon the wings of the wind.
Where's that at? That's
Good song.
He's the Lord, man. Hey, you know, you want to be in them secret chambers.
Hey, you just said secret chambers. About to bring the secret.
Yeah. You know, well, it says that in Isaiah about the secret chambers, man. You want to be in them secret chambers when them ICBMs start flying in the sky. That's it for you, man. You know, you failed the test.
Verse 11. He made darkness his secret place. His pavilion round about him were dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. As the brightness that was before him, his thick clouds passed, hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Yeah, he sent out his arrows and scattered them. He sent out lightnings and discomfited them. Then the channels of water were seen, and the foundations of the world were discovered at thy rebuke, O Lord, and the blast of the breath of thy nostrils.
Right, because people wait till the Lord's got to start doing serious shit before they start to realize, man. I mean, the signs are all here.
No, the people gonna get real religious when they can't eat.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 36, verses 1. Have mercy upon us, O Lord God of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power, as thou was sanctified in us before them. So be thou magnified among them before us, and let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, our power.
All right, all this shit where these elites are trying to merge all these gods into one. Everybody's got to respect each other's beliefs and shit. But yet when we come out and we tell the truth, nobody got to respect our beliefs. You know, you gotta respect an alphabet person's beliefs. You gotta respect the Buddhist beliefs. You gotta respect the fucking Hindu beliefs. You gotta respect great Juice Jesus' beliefs, man. You don't gotta respect the true power Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's gonna come back at you.
You gotta respect the 1948ers.
Yeah.
And they got some crazy shit with their belief system. They be doing some other shit.
Yeah, a child's able to make their own sexually consenting decisions when they're 5. That's in the Talmud.
The circumcision part, maybe giving a baby.
It's only molestation if the child's under 5, according to the Talmud. That's why you try to keep the Talmud a secret.
Hey, and there also been stories of the rabbis having little boys in the hotel rooms getting caught. That happened recently.
This is 2 Corinthians 4:3. In fact, I'm going to start at 1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of the Most High deceitfully. Okay, Christianity handles the word of the Most High deceitfully. Christmas, Easter, political correctness. Okay? You can eat pork. But by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of the Most High. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Okay, so not everybody's going to get it, man. Even those that are jakes. Even those that know that they're Israelites, man.
Yeah, you got Israelites that know that they're Israelites that can't get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? This ain't a lot. That's what a lot of you dudes that teach the word. A lot of you guys gotta understand that this ain't for everybody, man.
Wait,
When you out at camp, you ain't gotta call people over to your camp. All right. The Most High wants them to receive it. They'll receive it.
Yeah.
You know.
You guys got to get out that entry level spirit, that simple spirit, and it looks simple and you look corny, man. That's the word I've been going on about lately. Corny, man. There's a lot of cringe-worthy, corny shit going on in Israel, but at the same time they try and act tough and gangster, man. You can't mix the two. All right. That's why this verse I read was talking about dishonesty, man. That's dishonesty. You know, using the rudiments of the world to get people to come into the truth.
A lot of worldly shit.
Mm-hmm. And then you wonder why you have people on your camp videos. You got 10 different comments, and 5 of them are talking different doctrines of what you're speaking, man. It's just a big ball of confusion. Nobody agrees on anything.
Book of Sirach, chapter 36, verses 5. And let them know thee, as we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou our God.
The other nations, their idols is false gods. Our God made the heavens.
Show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Make the time short. Remember the covenant and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people.
Because all you will leave, you need to perish, you need to die. The things that you want from earth, on oppression, everything that you don't have to sit down. You don't know how there'll be no fresh day.
And the kingdom can't be established if America's still standing. If the elites are still in power, the kingdom can't be established.
Right.
So in order for the Hawashai to reign, you have to be taken down. You got to be put out.
The table gotta get wiped.
They want everybody to be a damn confused fruitcake, man. A confused fucking fruitcake, man. You got, even if you're straight, you gotta embrace your feminine side. Or your masculinity is toxic. And I've seen this one shit where these it wasn't really a pride parade, but it was like a women's rights thing. And fucking, they had all these shirtless dudes there, all muscled up, saying, "We're proof that masculinity is not toxic because we support women's rights." Fucking bullshit.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 2. It says, "Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search out and take them out thence. And though they be hid in my sight from the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them." And that's talking about what? All the escape plans that they had. All right, mountain retreats. All right, space stations. You know, they may have certain places where they can go underwater, but Yahweh Shai has all that covered.
And the funny thing is that you devils, man, like it says in Micah 2, you devise iniquity. You think about it upon your beds. From the time you wake up in the morning, that's all you think about is your new world order, man. You're constantly working towards it. You don't got to go punch in the clock. You know, you ain't got to worry about a family to support or none of that. You already got that taken care of. All you have to worry about is your new world order. Okay? And it's still going to get upset. It's still going to get upset. No matter how many playing B's or playing C's you got, man, the Lord is going to find a way around it. He's going to leave a vulnerability in there.
This is Obadiah, verse 1. It says, "The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee."
Well, who the hell is more despised around the world than Esau, Edom, man?
Right.
You even have other cultures that make up code words about these devils, man. The Gadites said that they spoke with a forked tongue, which is what, the tongue of a snake. You know, you have the Japanese, they call them, no, they're called gaijins. Okay? Which means white devil. Or foreigner devil.
"Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?"
Right. His habitation is up high in the air, man. He's thinking about colonizing space, but really he's just a caveman at heart.
And he's high-minded as well, prideful. It says, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle," and America is not the first symbol where you use the eagle. You know?
That has a deep history.
Yeah, when Esau was in power. Because when you break this down, you know, he exalted himself as the eagle, and he was still an Edomite, but it was the kingdoms were known as what? They were known as different kingdoms, not as America. It says, "And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen until they had enough?" And he's still stealing unto this very day. All he does is steal.
He's got everything. He's got everything, and he wants to tell you you can't own nothing. Only he's allowed to.
And on a lower level, this devil will have the nerve to see you and lock their doors. When you're your forefathers are the root of thievery. But they flip that shit on Jake, man. And where does Jake get that behavior? From Esau. Edom might see you in the parking lot, they locking their doors. Motherfucker, you the goddamn thief, man.
I mean, he's the one that comes out with all this pop culture, man.
Yeah,
you know,
hip-hop music. Hip-hop music was targeted towards Jake. What does that teach? Adultery, theft, thievery, murder, shooting. It says, "If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?"
Yeah, Esau don't even leave no crumbs, man.
Yep.
You know?
"How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hid things sought up?" And we searched through the Holy Scriptures. Okay? That's how we identified you. But how do you know the Edomites are the so-called white people today? Through the Holy Scriptures, man. All right, there's only one race of people who fits this description. Just like there's one race of people who fit the children of Israel. You know? We fit the curses, you fit the wicked.
Yeah, what's and this is a little off topic. What's with you guys coming out lately saying that Latinos ain't Israelites, man? I've been seeing a lot of that on the YouTube, man.
A lot of these camps are set up to throw the truth off too.
Mm-hmm.
It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee.
Well, hey, we see that right now, man. America tried being buddy-buddy with everybody all these years, and now their own allies are turning against them. They sat there and they made all these trade deals with China for the past 25 years. And China is just coming out saying, you're our enemy.
It says, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
And that wound is going to take out your dollar, man. And that's when your system's really going to crumble, man. And they're going to have no choice but to go World War III mode. And see hit mode.
Yep.
And that's what's going to get very interesting very fast. We might not even have access to that information when the fucking economy collapses, man. We might not even know what the hell's going on.
Yeah. Shut everything down. What you know is what you know. Well, you gotta get all your information now while you can.
It says, there is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and the understanding out of the mount of Esau?
Wise man out of Edom, man. Right.
The top so-called top researchers and scientists, and the wicked elite, and the ones that's telling you what to do, and the ones that make the mandates and all of this, they're all going to be taken out of power.
Yeah. And then you have those that don't know what the agenda is until they get high up, and then they turn on you devils.
Turn into whistleblowers.
Yeah, whistleblowers. You had that one person at the Davos summit. He was calling out Klaus Schwab. He said, "How do we know you're supposed to be our leader?" You know.
Yep.
He was basically saying, "You're a little too crazy."
It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Ooh, everyone. Everyone. What does that word mean? Okay. Everyone.
For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Ever. Okay. Go ahead.
It's smart.
There's no guaranteed salvation for you. In fact, it's guaranteed that you're not going to get salvation. Man. You saw it. There's going to be no mercy. Man.
Guaranteed extermination.
We'll jump to verse 15.
These other nations are going to be regular citizens after they get their punishment. Okay, but you saw Edom, man. You might just disappear.
I'm going to jump to verse 15. Obadiah, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. And, can somebody get verse 17 for me? Obadiah verse 17 real quick.
This is Job 20 and 4. This goes right along with it.
Yep.
Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite for a moment?
Yep.
And you see a lot of that in these movies, man. The villain starts off, it looks like he's about to win, and then the good guy comes out of nowhere towards the end of the movie and smashes the bad guy.
Yep.
Where do you think these elites get that idea from? It's the Lord that puts it in their head, man. Because that's how it's going to happen.
Because it looks like we'll never win. That's what it looks like. It looks like there's no way out, and it looks like we're never going to win.
We're waiting for Superman.
Yep. But at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai will return.
Yeah, Superman's going to come home.
He will return, man, and he will deliver his people. The elect right now. Okay? And you have to wholeheartedly believe that through faith. You know? And if you don't want to believe it, you don't want to accept it, then that's on you. All right?
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verses 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
Yep.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord have spoken.
None.
And we see Edomites every day. You literally see Edomites when you wake up, and before you go in your house, you might see an Edomite. There's two Edomites right there, looking over here,
Smiling.
smiling.
Have a nice day. Go enjoy the football.
The nation of Edom is going to be gone.
Yeah, that nation of people is still on this earth today, and they are known as what? The Caucasian race. Okay?
Which means caveman.
Yep.
Or cave dweller.
Yep.
All right, that's why. Well, hey, that's another clue that we get from the scriptures, man. Now the dwellers in the plus of the rock.
Yep.
You know who's that talking about? Who's known as being the caveman? Who? Even around the world, people have the image of Esau Edom being a caveman.
The way he built his society is like caves. There's concrete everywhere. Things are high up in the sky. It's a concrete jungle.
All the top mountain climbers in the world are all Edomites, man.
Yep.
You gotta have something wrong with you if you just want to climb a fucking 10,000-foot mountain for fun.
Right.
The hell you did? Go find something to fucking do, man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 46, verses 8. Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors.
Bring it.
Because like y'all said earlier, like you had said that, you had said something earlier, you said that whenever Esau do, Most High gonna make a way to move around it. Most High did not make a way to move around it because he already set the shit in order. Then we read Jeremiah. Go ahead, read that.
Remember the former things of old.
See, we got faith. Because he already told us what was going to happen. The things is written. Everything is written in here. What's going to happen? So, it seems like Esau going to win to the unbelievers. But I got faith. I don't think Esau got a shot, man. Go ahead, read that.
Remember the former things of old. For I am Yahweh, and there is none else. I am
One of the
Yahweh.
former things is like when we went into Jericho and the Lord broke down the motherfucking Jericho for us. That's part of the former things. Part of the former things is when Yahweh Hashem Yahushai split up the seed from Moses. Go ahead.
I am Yahweh, and there is none like me.
Ain't nobody like Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Go ahead.
Declaring the end from the beginning.
So when people say Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is outdated, oh that was Bible times, no, he declared the end from the beginning. Go ahead.
And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done.
Talk about now. The things that are not yet done is talk about now. Go ahead.
Saying, my counsel shall stand.
Yeah, his counsel shall stand. So whatever Yahweh Yahushai said was going to happen, that's what's going to happen. So it's no way Esau going to win. That shit is out the question. Go ahead.
And I will do all my pleasure.
And he's going to do all his pleasure. Go ahead. Keep going.
Calling a ravenous bird from the east.
Yeah, that's what he did for Elijah. He sent a ravenous bird from the east to fucking feed him through the famine. And that's what we got to look forward to in the famine. Go ahead.
The man that executed my counsel from a far country. Yea, I have spoken it, I will also bring it to pass.
Yeah, if he speak it, he's gonna bring it to pass. And go ahead.
I have proposed it, I will also do it.
And he gonna do it. Get Jeremiah 11, 29 and 11 real quick. It's right after Isaiah.
I got a piece of that.
Hey, Esau ain't got shot, man.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verses 11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end.
Yeah, the Lord told us what was going to happen before it happened. He gave us an expected end. We know Yahweh Shai going to come back on the chariot and deliver Israel, man, deliver the elect. He going to do it. You just got to have faith. It's either you got faith or not. These people out here don't got faith.
Hey, we expected to see famine. We expected to see people starving. We expected to go through hard times.
Yeah, but that don't got nothing. Yeah, we gonna see the famine, but we not gonna suffer through the famine. Because the Lord said He gonna make sure His servants eat. He told us that. And then we just read that if He said it, He got to do it.
And Lord's not a man that he keeps a law.
Yeah.
Words won't turn into a void.
Hey, and when you read the story, I don't know if it was Elijah or Elisha, when he went to that woman's house and he told her, yo, go make some cake. He was just tripping out. He knew what was going on.
Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And ye shall seek me and find me when ye shall search for me with all your heart. And I will be found of you, saith the Lord, and I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all the nations, from all the places whither I have driven you, saith the Lord, and I will bring you again into the place which I caused you to be carried away captive.
So He's gonna take us back to Israel. That's the expected end right there. That's the end. You said you had precepts?
Yeah. Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And their enterprise is that New World Order. And the Lord's going to disappoint it. You know? It's like He said He's gonna do it when what? They're eating, man. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. And this is the point, but He saveth the poor, which in this case would be what? The Israelites, you know, those that have faith in Israel, okay? But He saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. So the poor hath hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty, for He maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth, and His hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, and 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine, just like the brother was mentioning, in famine He shall redeem thee from death. And the word redeem means to buy back. Okay? He's going to rescue us from death, man. And we're not going to succumb to that famine. And in war, from the power of the sword, like when there's chaos going all over the place, and that the enemy's coming in like a flood. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. You know? And that's a scripture that, man, that's a scripture that we've been bringing out for a long time. At famine and destruction thou shalt laugh. It's like I can't even talk.
All right, Khan. So with that, hey, Lord willing, you brothers were edified, you sisters as well. We want to give all the praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us His truth and the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's elect. Lord willing, we'll see you brothers and sisters next week. Shalom.